really limiting the options. Here comes the spike attempt. He's going to drive around it looks like. He's going to pull back that spike strip. He looks like he's gearing for a right turn, but he's going to see the blockage any second here. He's face to face with CHP. Now they're blocking him in. Look at this situation, Philip.
Well,
a very aggressive set of tactics could turn out to be very, very useful here, as they now have him cornered from front and back. The spike strip now taken out of play here, as that guy on the front end, that patrol officer on the front end of that pickup truck is now bumper to bumper with the suspect. Officers getting out of harm's way, going to prevent any chance of crossfire here. They've got their guns drawn. You've got 3 CHP cruisers behind him, 1 in front of him. He's got little space to play with here unless he gets really desperate. It looks like we're finally going to see signs of surrender. Officers on the passenger side as he sticks his arms and hands out the driver's side window. Everybody getting out of crossfire potential, and now he's communicating with those officers in the rear. Those rear CHP patrolmen communicating, sending him signals to get out of the vehicle, and it looks like he is finally ready to bring this pursuit to a peaceful end. And boy, he couldn't do it a second too soon. Looks like he might try and run.
There goes the dog.
Here comes the canine, taking the suspect down in the middle of Wright Road at Fertile Street. CHP bringing this pursuit to a peaceful end with the use of that canine officer.
Well, Chris, we also saw one car just maybe not even knowing what they were wanting to do, but they were almost in the line of activity here, and they had to wave. One of the CHP officers was aggressively waving them to get them out of the way because this guy is so unpredictable. But now they've cleared the truck, and you can see that the dog is still engaged with the suspect, who, by the way, was not doing what he was supposed to do. He got out and was casually kind of jogging away. You've got CHP trying to crowd control there.
To jog away.
One more time.
Almost looked like he wanted to try and jog away.
Yeah.
He didn't appear to be in perfect physical shape. We don't know what the situation is, whether he's under the influence or what his physical condition was. But it looked like a very weak attempt to start to jog away from his vehicle, and that's when they released the canine, thankfully, bringing this guy down without any incident here. Look at that tail, still wagging like crazy.
Well, that was the behavior that we've seen the whole time, Chris, was that it wasn't as if he was trying to get away. He was waving, flashing signs to people, very flippant in his behavior, engaged with not only the officers, but passersby when he was driving through. And even when he got out of the vehicle and was not following commands. That is not what they wanted you to do, to jog over to another CHP officer, which when you see it here on the right, you see him watch his behavior, because he will jog in the direction of a CHP officer there, top part of your screen. He starts going, and he was not doing what they said at that moment. And when they released the dog is not going to stop. So it does look as if the suspect is now safely in custody. The canine unit doing yeoman's work there to get that suspect on the ground. But Chris, he really had nowhere to go. Once he got into this residential area, you mentioned it, the way CHP was able to quickly, aggressively get around in front of him and started to almost corral him into an area where they were able to pin this vehicle and stop him. But Chris, one of the things I'd like to know on this live shot to our left here is the number of people starting to gather almost instantly. You've got people with cell phones and coming out of the houses, and they're gathered quite a crowd here in Linwood at the corner of Wright and Fertile.
Oh, you've got that right, Philip. Another sign of the times here. When these things take off, the whole neighborhood is paying attention, as these chases often make their way through the county, through our area. Yeah. Everybody is aware of what's coming down the road, what's coming through their neighborhood, with all of the breaking news alerts, all of the breaking news apps, ABC7.com being the very best one, by the way. But you can see them ready to pull their phones out and start posting away. These things go viral, and the whole neighborhood is getting a shot right now.
Well, Chris, if I can interrupt real quick to talk to Bruce Thomas, who's still standing by. Very quickly, Bruce, we're about a minute and a half left. Why would they be putting the sheet in the back of the CHP officer? Is it possible due to bleeding with the dog, or is it some other reason?
Yeah, all the police canines are bite dogs. meaning that when they go for the suspect, they're trained to latch on and hold it. So the suspect may be bleeding from some wounds, and they just want to put him in the back of the car and not, have bloodborne pathogens being transferred like that until they can get a rescue ambulance or a medical treatment.
Okay, Bruce, thank you very much. Chris Christie with us, and we're about a minute away. Chris, final thoughts on this as we wrap this thing up.
Just remarkable to see the end there as they set up for that spike strip, Philip. We don't often get that perspective, and it was really quick thinking by those two officers to get around, get out of the pursuit temporarily, try and cut him off at the end of the intersection, cornering him into a position where he really had nowhere to go. Whether he hit the spike strip or not, he was going down right here in this neighborhood, and it sure looks like they have been very successful in bringing this to a peaceful resolution.
Okay, Chris, thank you very much. That's going to wrap up this coverage, this special coverage of a police pursuit, which started as a carjacking in Fontana where the owner of the vehicle was having lunch, and this person got into the truck, drove away, and after about an hour and a half, we now have a conclusion to this. CHP officers stopping this person in Linwood, the K-9 unit taking the suspect down. So any more updates on this, we will, of course, have for you on Eyewitness News at 3 o'clock, as well as the updates on all of the other activity that has gone on our local freeways that truly affected traffic today. I'm Philip Palmer.